Okay, class, so let's go and redo this. So for the assignment of today, we're going to open and we're going to start. I'm going to do everything from the beginning. So to start this, you need the retail data so that you can find, I think in unit 3. So let me go here. Okay, you're going to connect. I'm going to create here a new database. I'm going to call this demo. Did I have any demo? No. Demo retail DW. Sure that you browse for system administrator and then you have your database. If you open your database is empty. So the first thing that we need to do, and we're actually going to do this the way that's supposed to do, not the cheating way. So I'm going to go here and actually go to the demo and I'm going to upload my raw data. I'm going to select Excel because that's the type of file I have. I'm going to browse and I have here my retail data. Is the same data you should have, 97-2003. Next, here I'm going to select my server, my demo retail DW. Next, and here in the mappings, I don't want to have problems with my data. So actually I'm going to change everything to all that to max. So when I'm doing my transformation, then I'm not going to have that much problems with it. So max, 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 max. Okay, I'm going to do that. And okay. So I see that everything here is green. So I'm not worried for some data. I'm not gonna use it. I just want to upload. I see that I have daytime in there. Let's go import all the roads information. Close. And if I refresh and open my table, I have this. I'm gonna call this. I'm gonna rename this and call raw data. Raw data, and that I have. So the next thing that I need to do is to create a staging area. So I want to kind of get around and not, there you go. I want to get around and I don't want it to, uh, sorry. I don't want to do so much work. So I'm just going to get for my raw data. I'm going to right click and select script table as, and I'm going to get a new window editor. All right. All right, so I could do this in a new query, but I am kind of, you know, I'm a little bit, I like to do the things properly. So I'm going to open a notepad. I'm going to type my data there. I go and actually going to make this nice. I'm going to clean it. All right, so. All right, so here I'm going to go, and the first thing I need to do is give stage key has to be an int identity 1 comma 1 not null. All right, comma. So we give to this table that we're going to call stage table. It's not rod anymore. Is our stage table, stage retail table. Oh, stage table and stage retail. Okay, that's it. So identity, one command. So I'm gonna give to this table a key. That key is going to be auto-generated simultaneous by the system. So the system is going to auto increment, that's the correct way, and auto increment this key. Now, next, I'm going to create from this data, I'm going to make sure that I clean my data here. Cannot be empty spaces, so I'm going to put that spend the score also, no empty space, var chart, sales, unit sold, empty space there. Transaction. Okay, I don't need all of this data. I don't want all data. So I am going to delete that one. I think 2014 is this old data. We're just playing around. But with that 2 years will be fine. Also, I don't want to call this G's address. I'm going to call it address. The word, I don't know what that means. So let me go and open the raw data and let me see what a word means. So I'm gonna go here. You know, word doesn't mean anything. I know quadrant means region, but word doesn't mean anything. So let me go to my. So I'm going to take this off because doesn't mean anything. 1, 2, 3 doesn't make any in our context, and I know the quadrant is actually region. And I know that I have another region here, so I'm going to put region 2. Okay, so it seems like everything is good. I do going to change the date time to date. I only need the date. I don't need a date time. Okay, so that it is. So, and now here I'm going to identify my dim tables. So actually, let me think. Do I put the stage key? Yeah, could it? I'm going to just put this and no sales key. So all my keys, they need to be null. So they're all going to be int and they're going to be null. So we have a customer, we have date key. That's sales customer date location. Location key int and null. And then I believe the last one is, let me look at my other test retail is, let me see, look, is store. All right, so let me go, notepad. I think it's store key. Okay, so I have identified one fact table and 4 dimensions. So it's going to be a small schema, a study schema, 1 sales key, 1 fact table, and 4 dimensions. Perfect. So here is my table. So I'm going to paste this, save as, let me see. I'm going to create a new folder here. Final retail project. All right, so we're going to put it here. And this is going to be a stage table. So this is the query for the stage table. I'm going to go here to a new query and I'm going to paste this, and doesn't seem anything to be wrong with it. I have no lines, date, float, sub, da, da, da. I'm going to run this, execute, and then is I'm not going to save because I already saved it. All right, so I'm going to just refresh, close it, refresh. And if I open, I can see my stage table. However, if you go to the stage table, my stage table is empty because we have not uploaded any data to it. I'm going to close it so that allows me to update the table. So my next step is I'm going to open the data tools. That's Visual Studio 2017 SSDT. And I'm going to create a new project. I'm going to call integration services. I'm going to call this demo retail video. I had to remember because I have so many here. Demo retail video. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a several packages here. So the first package I'm going to rename, I'm going to call this stage area. All right. So in the stage area, I'm going to grab a data flow task. And the data flow task allows me, so this is a stage area. And I'm going to double click. Oh, I'm doing the video. It's okay. And give me a few. Um, I'm going to grab a data source and I'm going to connect here to my server first. Okay, and then here I don't want to type it. I know that I have here somewhere. CSS notes. Okay, here. All right. So, okay, here we're gonna paste that in there. No, now I don't want to paste. Doesn't matter. Don't want to work. Okay, so here. And then I'm gonna grab that, how is the name? Demo Retail DW. All right? Yes, it's a Demo Retail DW, and then I'm gonna grab a system. I'm gonna change the names in the bottom in a minute. So the always the client, and here instead to wait a long time, I just pasted the name of my server. That's my database. Before I continue, I'm going to go and rename this as data source. Always the data source is where we grab the data. And this other one is destination. Perfect. So before I'm going to grab in my data source here in the source, I'm going to grab the raw data because that's the table that has all the data. Some data are going to get it, some data are not going to get it. I'm going to connect. You can pick the data, put the data if you're not connected. So what it's saying here, well, I connected to this raw data here from the source. Now let's go edit and let's see where we want to paste it. We want to put the data in the stage area. And then we're going to go and look at the mappings. Let me open this really wide. And all the keys are going to be ignored. Now here the annual income, we're going to have to set. Spending score. What else? Units sold, we had to grab it. What else? Here is store. Okay. The region 2 is the quadrant and the address is the G address. So, all right. So some data we're not grabbing. Make sure that all the keys here are ignored. And when I say okay, if your data doesn't have any problems with the data types of memory space, and works. So here at 6,899 rows were transported from one table to another. So perfect. I'm going to close this up. I just closed I had to add a new package. But before I move forward, I'm going to go back to my database here. I'm going to refresh. I'm going to go to my stage area and right click and see that everything was uploaded to the table, and the only things that were not uploaded was the sales key, customer key, um, date key, location key, store key. All right, because we have not created the tables yet. So let's go to that part. So I'm gonna close here. So now we're gonna go to create a new package here, and we're gonna call this create tables. All right. So here we're gonna go and grab. Wait. We're gonna execute task. We're gonna call this one delete object, right? So what we want to do, we're going to go and see if we can grab that data, and you should have it. Is in, I believe, unit 3. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to copy them. I'm just going to put them in the desktop retail, the final retail project, and just paste them there. All right, so what I need, we need to drop tables. So here we're going to drop the tables. However, we need to go and look at the same um, week. Let's see, week 3, and is this one? Here. So let me fix it, because is we had to add this. Oh no, we did edit. If exists, select. Okay, I don't know. It's added. All right, so we're gonna go here. Before we can paste this in there, all right, we need to add a connection manager, a OLDB connection, and actually I'm gonna delete that one, and I'm gonna add new one, a native client, and here we're gonna paste this. Oh, the server, notepad, copy, paste. No, doesn't want to paste because doesn't like me. Copy, paste. Oh, thank you. And we're gonna do demo retail. Okay, and okay. And we're gonna say okay. And we're gonna call this transactional. Transactional. Perfect. And then we're gonna create a new one, and we're gonna call this is that one is not at the demo retail. Okay, and we're gonna call this transactional and destination. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to right click in the delete object, and here in the delete object we're going to go to the connection. We're going to grab the transactional connection, and in this statement we're actually going to paste all of them. So from the one that says creating customer dim date and fax sales. So what we want to say here is, if that table exists, please delete it. So that's the first one. Now we had to create one table at a time. So let me go to the retail, final retail, and now we need to create the customer. I'm gonna take that one out. We don't need a one. Didn't date, location, it's store. Everything should be. Let's go. And okay, this is wrong. Everything should be null. If it's not null, it will not allow you to put the data in. And also this store key here, copy. I'm going to put here, comma, and delete the last one, the last insert. There you go. So let's go review. Identity. Now we had to, actually I'm gonna go copy. I'm gonna go and change this. Replace 250 with max. So replace all. So now, whatever that I had 250, now I have max. Whatever that says daytime, we're going to put date only and entity. All right. So I'm going to do the first one, the dim customer. Go back here. Let me leave this in the side. I'm going to grab another execute task here. I'm going to call this dim customer. Perfect. I'm going to right click, edit. In the connection, I'm going to grab the transactional. I'm going to grab the statement and I'm going to say create table dim customer, spend this score. Okay. So this is it. Okay. So that's the first one. So after I check if it was there, I got another one, and this is going to be the what date. That's the second one. Edit, connection, transactional, and here I'm gonna copy the dim date. No, 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 everything okay. No, 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 and okay, and okay. Now I'm gonna connect this to the dim date. The next one is the dim connection. Now dim location. Dim location. And the next one is dim store. Dim store. Let's connection transactional. There you go. Max, full, float. Everything seems to be okay. Now we need another one for the last one is sales. Transactional. And this is a sales key, key store key. Okay. Copy. And okay. And okay. And then we need to connect this to the last table. And then we're going to right click. And if usually, before we go, usually you should check one at a time. I'm just doing this because you guys did this already. I just want to do everything. So let's see. And everything work perfect. So if we close here, we have a project with all the tables. We can even close this one, and then we continue to edit as we go. So this is, I'm going to save this and close it. So we're done with that. So I'm going to go here to my database, close it, refresh, open, and then if I open the tables, I have all my tables there. All right, so I did that. I actually went and created my tables, have my stage table with data. The next step is to go and load data for each uh, table. So I'm going to go here and create a new package. I'm going to call this package Dean Customer. I'm going to grab a data flow task. I'm going to call this data flow task Dean Customer. So I was doing some demos and I wasn't calling them anything because I wanted to do them fast. But you should, learn to name them properly. Let me see. Let me grab this. And here we're going to grab that demo retail. All right. And then we're going to grab this, the destination. I'm going to name them in the bottom in a minute. So it's many different ways to do this. It's one way. I know it's repetitive. Why we cannot use this something faster? We actually did use it in class. I'm going to just save, rename this data source and destination. All right. All right. So here, let's go grab that table. And we are going to grab the stage area. And we're going to place everything in the customer mappings. And let's see if everything. So the customer key has to be ignored because the system is going to auto-generate the key. All right, so there you go. And it works. No problem. So now let's see. I'm going to do a little thing here. Can you grab another one? Yeah, I don't want to create it here. Okay. So let me go and I'm going to grab a new package. I'm going to call this cost date dim date. We're going to grab a data flow task. Please make sure that you are naming everything. We already have a connection, but that just for practice is good. And let me see, destination. And wait, I froze. Sometimes it acts up and then doesn't want to do. I'm not going to rename it. You guys know that you have to rename it for the purpose of this video. I rename it once. Gonna grab always the stage area. I did fix the data. I put the varchar max. That's why I'm not having problems with my data. But if you had not, like we did in class, have change the data type of your data, you had to do that manually. Find in the um, oh here worked. It's perfect. You had to find it in the Microsoft Office data types conversion, the data type that you needed. So we're going to create a new one. This one is location. All right. And here they're going to grab a data flow task. I'm kind of going fast with this because I really doing a separate task in here. Packages you could have done in here. One package. Okay. Hi, why did I click there? Okay, now it's gonna take a few seconds. That's why you should copy paste the name of your server because it takes forever. All right, there you go. And then it's demo retail. Okay, I'm gonna connect, and then I'm going to connect to the stage area where I have all my data. And now I'm going to place that data on the location, team location. Ah, forgot something. Nobody said anything. Mappings, important. So the location key we gotta ignore always. The quadrant is actually the region 2. Okay, so now I think it's okay. So we're going to execute and perfect. Wow. Okay, so now we're gonna do a new one and we're going to rename this store. Rename store theme store. Let's go to flow task, click source assistant. So I'm not renaming here anything once again. You should rename it. I'm trying to just give you the full class video as fast as I can. And here, let's see retail. I'm going to grab the stage area. Okay. Everything is working fine because I cleaned the data before. Okay, this is what kind of store. So the store. And if you guys didn't notice, one of the tables had measurements. Okay, something wrong. Uh, yes. So you kind of need to, all right, pay attention. I wasn't paying attention. All right. So the source is fine. We need one more. We need one more, and there'll be the fact table is the last one, and we're gonna call this fact sets. So this is our tiny tables, and that's okay. It's just for you to learn and practice. Da, da, da. So here the destination where we're gonna put the data. So after a while, it's, I guess, second nature. All right, so just gonna connect, edit, and here we're gonna grab the stage area. That's why doing the stage area is a lot more um, less work than doing grabbing data from everywhere. Now, here we have to make sure that all the keys are ignored. So they're going to be null values because you're going to update them when ignore. Okay, so the only thing that you're going to have here is the measurements. All right, so you don't want anything else in your none of the keys. So the sales key is going to be auto increment and the other keys are going to be null because you're going to use the stage area, the tables and the stage area to upload that data. And there you go. So let's go and stop, and here I'm gonna go close everything up and refresh. All right, so now I'm gonna go and just check if that works. So yes, that works. That works. That works. So I think all of them work. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is everything has keys already. So if you look, everything is perfect. Now what I need to do is get that key that was auto generated and placed in here. So I have sales key, customer key. We need to actually update this table. And how we do that? So I'm going to create a new query. I'm going to go here and drop tables, alter tables. We need to update, not alter. We need to, let me see if it's this one. Alter table. Now that's the foreign key we need to update. Uh, update. Yes. So we need to update. So I'm going to copy this because we need to update all of them. So let's see. I'm going to just paste them here. And the first one we need to, it's okay, it's red because it's not the same names. And we're going to fix the first one is, so we actually want to update the stage retail. So it's stage retail. Actually, I'm going to go to that. Is the notepad open? Yes, this one. Okay. So I'm going to make my life easy here. And I'm going to, this is what I need to update, right? All right. So I'm going to go edit, replace. I'm going to, this is what I need to update. And this is what is there. Okay. So I'm going to replace all. Perfect. And select all, copy. All right, and save. So I updated, so let me go and delete all of that. Okay, now it is stage retail. The retail. So the first thing we want to go to the fact cells. All right. So we want to update the sales key. So we want to update sales key in the fact. Isn't that fact cells? Yes, the fact cells. And this is the sales key. Now let me look and see how I wrote it. Oh, lowercase, sorry. It's lowercase key. It's lowercase key, and so this is fact cells. Let's see, DB or fact cells. Stage, and this is fact cells. Okay, let me see here. Is fact cells correct? Cells key is lowercase. Fact cells. Okay, now how we going to connect the what is the key cells? Now cells, units sold, transaction amounts. How are we going to connect this? Store key, units sold, transaction amount. Let's see. We need to actually map something between these two keys because they don't have foreign keys. Let's see. We have that one. Let me see this one. Let me go to the okay, that's the date, right? Okay, the cost. Okay, this one is working. All right, how about this one? Date key. This one also is working because I have a way to map it. Location key, address. Uh-oh, wait, in the stage. How are you in the stage? I think it's address too. Let's see. Yes. And the last stage, retail store key, store ID. All right, fine. The only one that I cannot find a way to map it is the location to maybe location to no unit sold, sales, transaction amount. How about transaction amount? Does have nulls? I don't know how to map it. The first one, this. The only thing I can think of it is not to do this one, not to do the first one. Okay, let's see. Let's go refresh everything. All right. So if I open, I know that my, see the all the keys, the sales key is not updated, but I have these other keys. So let's see if I can do it without, that's my logic was wrong. So if I have here the customer table is there. So the next thing that I need to do is to update. So we're going to do open a new query. We're going to update the 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 keys. So I'm going to go design. I'm going to give set primary keys. And so we're going to add a primary key only for the dim dimensions first. All right, and then let's see, refresh. Now what we need to do is add to the fact table the keys. So I know that the fact table has uh, that data. So what I'm going to do is either I do an alter table and just match the keys, or what can I do also is I think I'm going to do something simpler. Just going to go and make my life easy. I'm going to script, create query editor, and I'm going to actually copy this. They're going to new query. I'm going to put this in. I'm going to call that one, and I'm just going to execute. Perfect. Okay, no, and then I'm going to go and refresh. So I don't want to take such. I'm going to delete that table there, and actually I'm going to use the data tools to create a new package, and I'm going to call this update fact cells. All right, so I'm going to collect data flow, double click, source assistant, new, copy, Control Z. Let me see if it's here. Here. So we're going to grab the stage area. Okay. And we're going to edit the destination. Now we're going to pick that stage fact cells one. And in here, we're going to upload everything but the cell key. The cell key has to be ignored. All right. So let's see if it works. Oh, no, no, no. Yeah. Everything but the cells key. Everything else. Okay. And now we're going to run this. And perfect. So we actually go here, refresh, and when you open, let me refresh it first. When you open the data here, you can see that everything was uploaded. All the keys, everything is perfect. Now, the only last thing that we need to do is we already gave primary keys to all the dim tables. Now we had to give a primary key to the foreign key for the fact table, because without primary keys, we actually cannot add the foreign keys. And now we have to add the last step is almost done, the foreign keys. So you should have the alter tables here. So we need to alter the 4 tables. And let me go and open a new query. So we actually gonna alter the fact table cells 1, 1, 1, and 1 because I changed it to cells fact 1. All right. Everything else. Oh no, this is I had to dim stored. I had to take that one out. Date, customer can dim date, location, and dim store. Okay, so I'm gonna run it one at a time. I always like to run one at a time, just to see. Oh, that's the one that's wrong. It's not working. All right, so all my keys are working. I'm going to close this up, refresh, and since I have my primary keys, my foreign keys, my data, now I can go and conclude sorry, the last part of this process, that is creating the diagram. So now you can add all the tables necessary and not the raw table, not the stage table. All right, so now here, let me do a little smaller so you can see. Now you have a perfect um, diagram. You have a perfect star schema, one fact table with the dimension, with all the measurements and the keys, and then you have 4 dimensions. All right, here. Even though customer has annual income spending score, that's okay. We're not gonna, bother with that. That's okay to leave it there. So here is your final uh, um, step is the diagram. By having the diagram, now you can go on create views, reports. You can create drill up, drill down queries, and so forth. So that concludes this. Good luck, guys.